Hello, my friends. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Happy Sunday evening, wherever you are. Oh my goodness, if you're anything like me, you're completely overwhelmed in every way, shape, and form. I am so full that it's like I am overflowing with Harry and Meghan-ness and Nigerian-ness and amazingness and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh. When we heard about this quote unquote tour or this private engagement time in Nigeria, it's just this private a private thing that they're doing for Archwell and for Invictus as a royal tour and everything like that. And I'm telling you, this surpassed my imagination in every way, other than, apart from, yes, it was private, so you didn't have like public walkabouts and all of that stuff. But oh my goodness, have you guys enjoyed it? I would love to hear from you if you've been following, if you're on X or been following wherever it is you follow the Sussexes. I only do it on X. I don't do it on the other social media platforms, and also on Spoutable. But yeah, I just like, I am so I'm blown away. They had a great time. Seemed they had a great time. Everyone had a great time there. They all just seem to enjoy each other in so many ways. I'm telling you, can I just go live in Nigeria? Nigerian people are like the most amazing people. So incredible. Oh my gosh. Nigerian people, squatties, y'all are beautiful. Oh my word. Nigerian women are so, I looked at some of these photos. I'm like, oh my gosh. I heard someone talked about another woman that she was so beautiful, it makes your stomach hurt. That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, the beauty, the strength, the regalness about it. It's just like, wow. I'm telling you, Nigeria, y'all are amazing. And I'm telling you, I think Harry and Meghan need a whole separate airplane to take home all the gifts that they got. I was just like, this whole tour is about gift giving. I'm like, talk about Christmas coming early. Oh my word. We are in May, and they have all their Christmas gifts already. It's amazing. Nigeria, oh my goodness. This is, when I'm like almost in tears because it's kind of like, I always think of, go where you are not only welcomed, but your humanity is cherished. Go where people will cherish you, where people look at you and think of you as worthy of love and respect and just care and empathy and all of those things. Go where that is. And it's just like, wow, you know? And of course, today is Mother's Day, and our favorite Mama Megan. She spent it away from her babies, but happy Mother's Day to all of you who are here in the chat. And if you're not in the chat, happy Mother's Day. And I just hope wherever you are, you're having a great day. I have to call my mom when I'm done with this because I was like working all day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I ran home to do this, and I was like, no, after this, I've got to go on the phone with my own mom. So happy Mother's Day, Mom, until I call you. She's probably like, this child did not even call me. I will right after this. I'm calling. So there. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you squatties who are amazing moms, and all of you who are, who have, not necessarily the mom that birthed you, but women in your life who've been moms, whether it's a grandma. Like, I was raised by my grandmother, so for me that's more my mom. And so many of us have grandmas or aunties or whomever it is that have raised you, so I'm sure you're all like, happy Mother's Day to you. And to those of you, this is also a difficult time because some of us have lost moms. And so all of you, I know this could be a difficult day. So I want to also, honor that, or highlight that as well. So my thoughts are with you. And I know, many people, these kind of days are difficult, especially when there's loss. And so I just want to know you to know that I see you. So yeah. But anyways, hello to all my friends in the chat. I'm just quickly say hello. We have a lot. I'm like, I don't even know if I can get through all of this stuff today. If not, we'll do it. I will continue tomorrow. I'm like, this is a lot. There's like 30 something pages here of stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I can get through all this, but we'll see. Nolothandu is here. Nolothandu from South Africa. Oh my goodness, Nolothandu. I remember the wonderful South African trip Harry and Meghan took. Oh, so wonderful. And before, obviously, well, I don't even want to talk about those people. Anyway, they don't exist right now. So there. Welcome, Nolothandu. Khadijah's here. Hello, Khadijah. Fancy is here, and Vanessa and Gwendolyn. Hello, guys. Happy Sunday. See Patricia. Yep, Gwendolyn. Let's see who else we got. Ooh, Andrea's here. Auntie Jane, Tara. Hello, guys. Kathy, Gabby, and Hildy, and Joyce, and Marcia is here. C-Mac, Elmo C, Lottie. Wow, Cookies and Cream, our awesome moderator, is here. Hello, Cookies and Cream, and Rhonda, and Judy, and Faith. Lydia! Oh my goodness, Lydia. Finally, Lydia is able to make a podcast. Our awesome moderator, who we have missed, definitely missed, because Lydia, it is off doing her thing during the week. So I'm happy to have you alive. So yes, welcome. Joyce, oh, thank you so much, Joyce, for your super sticker. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for your support. Who else is here? Oh, Hawkeye Ellen. Wait a minute, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I'm happy you're here. It's like, good morning, Global Squatty. Wait, is morning where you are? Oh, my word. Yes, following the Sussexes. I'm loving it. Meghan is just stunning. I'm telling you. Woman is just amazing. Naughty Doctor is here. Hello, Naughty Doctor. Rhonda is here. Little Mac is here. And Marcia and Dolores, Lakivia. Oh my goodness, we'll say all hello to all of our other friends as they come in. Welcome, guys. Happy Sunday. And boy, talk about joy on our face. I mean, look at Harry in the second photo with the sunglasses. I'm just gonna move my banner there, so my brand thingy there is not hiding our Faith's face. Let's just stay. There we go. See all of Harry's face. Look at that face. It's always guiding Meghan, making sure she's all right. I love it. I absolutely love it. But I didn't do a podcast yesterday, so I'm sure if I'm assuming Baron does a podcast just about every day, I think, and Duchess of Success may do it every day too. I don't remember their schedules when they do it, but we remember yesterday, Harry and Meghan were with some of the vets, the Nigerian vets, practicing, doing their sitting volleyball, and this is one of their practice facilities, and it's so great to see David Weissman and Harry joining the Defense Force team, and also the Invictus team, I guess, doing some sitting volleyball. You see all the people around there. But one of the cool things about yesterday, they had a great time, was how many squatties were there. Nigerian squatties showed out, man. It was amazing. And as you can see, Megan down at the bottom there with some of our squatties. And guess where that photo is? The bottom left photo with squatties. Squatties were all dressed out. They were all in the same colors, different outfits, but the same colors. And there is a video. I don't know. Did I post that? I might have posted it in our community page. I've posted a whole lot of videos and photos in our community page yesterday. So I know I probably overwhelmed you with a whole bunch of those. But I think this was one of the videos I posted there with David Weissman coming up to, because they had all these seats, chairs there. And so the squatties were all sitting by, all sitting together, all dressed in the same colors, the black, white, and gold, yellow, gold. And so David Weissman, who is in sitting, if you look on the mat, he's the one in black like Harry, sitting playing volleyball and in the blue jeans and laughing in the back there. That's David. David is responsible for really getting the Nigerian team ready, getting them to the games. Him and Derek Kobana, I think that's his last name, who is either from Nigeria or Kenya. I always forget to look it up. But they're like brothers from another mother. And so, and David is like honorary Nigerian, I think. So, but they're like besties. And so so David came over and he's like, wait, those are Invictus colors, right? And they were like, yeah, he totally got it right away. And a lot of the squatties who were in Dusseldorf, like Peace and others, they all met him there. So they all knew him from there. And so it was really great to see all the squatties, man. And that photo with all the squatties, it's now on Archwell's Sussex.com page. So if you go on Archwell, that photo is there with our squatties. So our squatties are now on Sussex.com. Or is it the Archwell? Yeah, I think it's the Sussex.com part of it. So if you go through, they have list all of the engagements other than I think the last two from today. So when I looked at it, those two weren't there, but all of it from yesterday and earlier today is there, including this page with our squatties, our Nigerian squatties there. And so this is from Archwell, and this is a little bit what they had to say about the engagement. It says day 2 began with a visit to Nigeria Unconquered training session, a local charitable organization that supports wounded, injured, or sick service members, and was born from the Invictus movement. The Duke and Duchess observed a game of sitting volleyball, one of the many sports the organization relies on for recovery and a core sport for the Invictus Games since 2014. And as you can see, Harry not only observed the game, Harry got in there and was playing. Harry and David joined the athletes and they were all playing. And several outlets actually have interviews with some of the Invictus competitors. There was this girl who was saying like, this is just to be able to play with Harry and like he knows her is one of the best things in her life. And it was just like, hopefully there are others as well. But it was just listening to their stories was amazing. So they did interviews with different outlets that were there. And again, Harry and Meghan came, which is what I thought they would come. I definitely expected David Weissman to be there because, again, David is like one who really got the team there to the Invictus Games last year. And I also expected Misan to be there. And so both of them, the two people that I'm like, they have to be there. Of course, Misan's family is from Nigeria. Of course, Misan has to be there. And of course, David has to be. And they both were there. But they also traveled with a larger team. Their Archwell Foundation team was there, plus their assistant was there, plus People Magazine was there, Hello was there, and some other outlets. But the majority of the coverage, which is wonderful, they totally left out the UK press. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. The UK press was completely shut out. And the majority of the coverage have been from Nigerian press. And of course, CNN and BBC have branches out there in Nigeria. So their reporters from Nigeria covered it for their outlets around the world, I guess. And so it was just wonderful to see. Just, they had their press come, but they completely, I mean, of course they had to leave the British press. I mean, the coverage has been so wonderful and just not biased and crazy, and that's because the British press wasn't part of it. And so it's just been really, really great. And we got some really great photos and stuff from these events. So, and after they did that, there are, if you're an ex, I'm sure you've seen the millions of photos. I mean, there are so many photos. I got so overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, I gotta whittle it down to these. And so after that, they went off to a reception. After they were at the courts playing volleyball and stuff, they went off to, and oh, by the way, I actually loved Meghan's outfit too. Her little cutout dress that she was wearing. You can't really see it in these photos. You can probably see it in the others. It was similar to the dress she wore in New York when those crazy paparazzi people sort of chased them. She was wearing that gold dress. Well, this one is exactly like that with straps. And so it's like, oh, wow, very similar. And it's from the same designer. So for all of our fashion squatties, that's that one. And then so they went off to a reception for military families. And one of the people that spoke, they had like different, they had, I guess, dinner meal thing, and then a lot of their veterans spoke, including including Peacemaker, which we featured on one of our spotlights a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen it, definitely jump on this channel and you see a spotlight on Peacemaker. He was one of the veterans that spoke at this, and others also shared their stories. And so this is from Archwell. These photos are also from Archwell. And it says, this afternoon, the Duke and Duchess were invited to a reception with military families and the Widows Association. This event honored the sacrifice made by the service members as they shared their stories of recovery and preparation for Invictus Games 2025. The atmosphere was equally electrified by performances of drummers and dancers whose acrobatic feats left everyone in awe. The audience then heard testimonies from wounded warriors, including Lance Corporal Peacemaker Azugbalam, who thanked the Duke for making the games a reality. Reflecting on his experience, he added, "It has given me purpose. My disability does not hinder my ability." And if you haven't, check out the spotlight we have on this channel about Peacemaker when he talks about his life, because through Invictus Games and the inspiration he's gotten from Invictus Games, he, as an amputee, got his legs was amputated in an attack during a fight against the enemy there in Boko Haram in Nigeria. And so the hospital where he recovered, he has now, because of the inspiration from Harry and Meghan and Harry, and Invictus, I should say, and through Invictus, he is now going back to different veteran hospitals in Nigeria to inspire the vets that are in those hospitals. And so the same thing, like Harry just went and on the first day he went to a veterans hospital. Yeah, that was it's so funny because I saw a video and I could swear I saw a little clip, a little piece of Peacemaker in that video. But so that is what Peacemaker is doing. He is now been so inspired. He's now going to be going around to different veterans hospital to really help the veterans that are there. And who knows, maybe some of those veterans will end up at the Invictus Games. So yeah, very, very cool. That was that engagement yesterday. This is another photo of Harry and Meghan from that event. And it was just so funny. It was just like, Meghan, you are in white, or fashion squatties. You are in Nigeria. Give us some color, lady. And I'll get to that one in a second. But it was very funny. But they looked beautiful. I mean, goodness. Someone mentioned they look like bride and bridegroom. So yeah. But this is from the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission, and this was a little bit of press release, and I thought it was very interesting. Says the chairman and CEO of Nigerian Diaspora Commission, the NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiri Iriwa, I said that correctly, has commended the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, for their innumerable philanthropic work to society, especially for injured, sick, and traumatized soldiers and war veterans. She gave the commendatio at the welcome banquet held in their honor by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Gwabin Musa, in Abuja. And it goes on at the bottom. It talks about the NITCOM. I could say NITCOM chairman CEO stated that the kind gesture from them will empower the wounded soldiers who have sacrificed their lives to protect the country. The initiative for the proposal to cite the Invictus Center in Nigeria to support the categories of soldiers mentioned above is not only laudable but also a testament to our commitment as a country to look for those who have suffered in one way or the other in the line of duty to protect the country. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing was just amazing. Just them, going there and just being there with the soldiers. And I think the thing that was really stood out to is just how appreciative the defense force have been, and they're just so excited to be able to help their veterans to heal, to be able to change the way people view and to eradicate the stigma around, for example, amputee. One of the things Peacemaker talked about was when his legs first got amputated, he was so worried about what people would think because of the stigma around it. Like, oh, well, their life is over. They now can't do anything because they have an amputated limb or something. And they are just so excited to be able to get rid of the stigma, and not only just the physical but also the mental area. And again, all of this too is them also wanting to host the games, bring the world to Nigeria. And it just, I mean, just their enthusiasm for what Invictus has to offer is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, but I love this picture too. It's also amazing. So these are all the other photos from that event. And the photo far right is like Meghan and the lady in the back. They were like dancing on the stage. It seemed like a really fun time. And again, they gave Meghan so many gifts, and both her and Harry, so many gifts and outfits. And I'm telling you, and Meghan and Harry needs an extra airplane to carry the gifts that they got. Someone posted a really funny meme with an airplane with ropes and gifts tied on top of the airplane. Leave it to squatties and we'll come up with something. It was hilarious, but just a beautiful time that they had there. So, and again, they do look like it was like their wedding day, because it's like and it's so funny if you look at the photo of them. There's the bottom left photo of Harry and Meghan. I'm like, I wonder why they chose those photo. As you can see, it's sort of like a plaque in the back of Harry and Meghan, and the people on stage that they're standing with there, the military personnel that they're standing with there. It's like that photo is from Harry and Meghan when they went on the walkabout when the Queen died, when Meghan looked terrified. Not to laugh, but I'm laughing at the fact that they chose that photo. It's just like, that's an odd choice. But it's like, oh, okay. Meghan was like, oh my goodness. I had honestly never seen Meghan look that petrified when she was, when it's like when she did, as she did, I should say, when she did that walkabout, because it was just like so tense. And so, but they chose it. And, anyway, I'm sure Meghan is beyond that. So, yeah. But very, very, very cool. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Oh wow. Sandra Hill, thank you so much for your donation. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate your support and your generosity. Thank you so much. And Andrea, thank you so much for your donation. Says Meghan officially a Nigerian princess by three kings. We'll talk about that in a second. Oh my goodness. She is. Thank you guys so much. Um, yes, yes, yes. But that was like one of the things that I was like, what? That is awesome. But anyways, let's move on. And then, oh, this red dress. I'm telling you, Megan, it's so funny. A part of this, one of the first things she said is that she just got there first 24 hours and then she got the memo. She needs colors. She's like, yeah, I got the memo right away that I need to be in more colors, like, so I could just basically fit in with everyone else because she was in the beige and the white thing. And it's like, girl, you need some color. You're in Nigeria. You need some color. And she responded with the most beautiful red dress at the Women in Leadership conference that she had. And well, actually, that Archwell hosted. And again, this is the thing that I love about Archwell. They don't just show up to these things, they host these things and they put it together and then invite people in. And I just absolutely love that they do that. I love that. And so yeah, and it's funny because for our fashion squatties, that she walked out in that dress and immediately that site crashed because fashion people, I don't know, I would never to this day know how they figure out so quickly who the designer is, I have no idea how they do it, and it's done so fast. So, needless to say, I guess this was sold out and then the website crashed. And so, but I understand because it's a beautiful, beautiful dress. It's so, but it was an amazing event with about 50 women from across Nigeria. And for this, they were like, pick I guess the best of the best of the best, or the cream of the crop, or however you want to say them. But yeah, it's just amazing. And so Archwell, this was from Archwell. It says today, which was yesterday, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, joined in conversation with Dr. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization, for an event celebrating female leadership in Abuja. Addressing a room of 50 women from across Nigeria's society, politics, business, media, and culture, the Duchess and Dr. Okonjo Iweala touched on the importance of female leadership and empowerment in driving positive change globally. The Duchess shared insights from her newfound Nigerian heritage, the hope she sees for the future generation, and the power of representation. Representation matters tremendously. You need to see it to believe it. This is quoting Meghan. That starts when you're very young. I often find that whatever travels I've done, regardless if it's Nigeria, another country, around the world, oftentimes when women reach the peak of success, they leave. But you need to come back home. You need to at least be a familiar face for the next generation to say, oh, look, she looks like me. And I can be that. You still always want to come back home because that's how you're going to help shift any sort of generational pattern that might be stifling, especially for young girls who need to see someone who look like them in the same position. And it's so funny when she said that about you gotta go back home or come back home. And I forgot what her name is, the moderator says you are home, and if Megan was like, oh. It was really wonderful. And then they decided to try to give Meghan all kind of Nigerian names. Meghan, I think, is probably going to leave Nigeria with about 10 Nigerian names. They decided she's Yoruba. And I mean, it is just funny. All the names that they come up with, I can't even remember what the names are. I'd have to do that for another podcast. But she was named at the Invictus Games last year, Amira Ngozi Lolo. So that was her name from there. But the last 3 days have been a multitude of names, meaning a multitude of things. And so it is just wonderful. It was a really wonderful engagement. And oh my goodness, there are clips of it. If I didn't post it in our community page, I will go back and post them. But Ngozi Okwendo Iweala, or Dr. Ngozi, she posted this yesterday about the event, and these are some really cool pictures, and we'll go back to some of the first ones in a second. It says, wonderful afternoon with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex during their trip to Abuja, Nigeria. Happy to share with Meghan the Duchess the warmth and friendly embrace of Nigerians at our meeting with leading Nigerian women, ably moderated by the one and only at Moa Abudu. She was showered with, like I said, she was showered with names. Ifoma, a beautiful and good person. Omaweli, Nigerian squatties, just come in and correct my pronunciation of these. A child has come home, and Edidiong blessings. So these are some of the names. Today she got a whole bunch more. So who knows which one she will hold on to? Maybe all of them. But she goes on, she did another post, and the post says, an afternoon of joy, love, and sharing of experiences with leading Nigerian women from across the spectrum, public sector, private sector, civil society, a mixture of young and old, co-hosted, and again, co-hosted by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and myself, and moderated by Atmoa Abudu, talking about what it means to be a woman leader, how difficult it is to get there, and the sisterhood and brotherhood that is needed to help make leadership work. Also, had a fantastic panel made up of Dr. and then she named all the other people down there. So they had if you can see the top right photo, they had a panel, I guess, before their panel, and then there are photos of Meghan and her sitting in the audience listening to it, and then they had their panel after. So Dr. Ngozi, and if you remember Dr. Ngozi, who is the director, obviously, again, of the World Trade Organization, she was a Time Person of the Year, and I think Meghan and Harry nominated her, and they did the write-up for her for Time magazine. And so that was the first time I knew about her. She has remained really great friends with Meghan, and she said, as part of the talk, that Meghan contacted her, called her 2 months ago to let her know that she was coming to Nigeria. So this has been in the planning at least for 2 months and more, because she said 2 months ago Meghan called her and told her that, yeah, she's coming to Nigeria. So yes, and so these are some of the photos that sort of got cut off in the last slide there, but this is her and Harry and Meghan and the lady who moderated. So, and again, if you see Archwell on the left photo, you see Archwell logo on the Women in Leadership, because Archwell hosted it. And so, yes, you see the photo of that dress. That dress is amazing. So I totally understand why that website crashed. Totally understand. Marcia and Nash says, she's talking to Marcia, I know, good things. Wait, is they cannot dull the Sussex's light. No, they cannot. Marcia said, oh, she's talking to you. Leave it. Nobody's talking to me. I'm like jumping in on people's conversations. Like, the Nigerian sisterhood is remarkable. Oh my goodness. That's the thing that I saw. They're just like, wow, powerful. And that's the thing. Meghan even mentioned that. And I'll also post that. I'll try to find that video where she talked about anytime she spoke about, what a Nigerian or who a Nigerian woman is. And it's like powerful, inspirational, amazing, all these wonderful description of a Nigerian woman. And it's just like, wow, can I be Nigerian? I think I would have been like, I want to be Nigerian because this is amazing. Little Max says, Petal the Dress is a Nigerian designer. Is it pronounced Oriri? Yes. So yes, the dress is Nigerian. The poor designer, her website crashed, but I think it might be back up because after a while there was a notice saying that because of the high demand, the website was down, but it may be back up. So definitely check out her stuff or his stuff. I'm assuming it's a woman, and so definitely, but very, very, very exciting. Let's see. Tasia says people who are loyal to Meghan are able to keep secrets till Harry and Meghan are ready to announce it. Exactly. She knew about it 2 months ago, and of course, nobody knew until Harry and Meghan. I mean, this is a professional woman. She is the director of the World Trade Organization. She's not going to be going off and saying things like this. So we expected her to. You would expect her to. She's a professional person, not like others. So yeah. Rhonda says, can you imagine if Doria would have gotten the experience this with her? The aunties would have loved her. I know. They would have just eaten her up. I'm telling you, she probably would have no cheeks left. But again, this was for Invictus. It turned out to be so much more than just the Invictus games. I mean, there's so much. It's just the relationships that they were able to build, the connection, the military, the government, and Shutter Island is like, that's not a royal tour. What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. We just love it. We love it. We love it. Love it. Love it. So yeah, but these are a couple of the ladies that were a part of the evening, and Honorable Dr. Doris and Kiruka Uzoka, I'm sure I butchered that. So Nigerian squatties, help. She said, I was thrilled to have attended the Inspiring Women in Leadership event hosted by Noella and which is I guess the Ngozi's handle, and the Duchess of Sussex. It was empowering to see the commitment to nurturing female leaders across sectors. Together, we are setting the stage for the future where every woman can thrive. #women leadership in Nigeria. And there you go. See them, Dr. Ngozi and Meghan and all of these ladies. I mean, so powerful. Look at how beautiful they are and amazing. And Hanata Musawa, she is an honorable minister. I think she is the Minister of Art, Culture, and the Creative Economy. She was also there. She said it was an empowering evening yesterday, being in the company of exceptional women who have excelled in their fields. A Women in Leadership Night hosted by Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala with special guest the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, and moderated by Muam Abudu, provided a platform for women to engage in meaningful conversation and inspire one another. And so, I mean, these are just, two of the amazing women that were there. And again, it was 50 women at the top of their careers that were in that room, hosted by Archwell. I'm telling you, amazing. And then after they did, today they landed in Lagos, and they landed at Nigeria. I'm telling you, it is just, everything was amazing. So this is what they landed to, the most amazing dance with this little kid. You could see Meghan's face was like, oh, please don't drop this child. So, but obviously everything was fine. And Simon Perry, as you can see the handle at the bottom, Simon Perry from People magazine, he was the one that posted these. They were actually little clips, little videos of the performance at the airport, the red carpet. I'm telling you, they're just in every way rolled out the red carpet for Harry and Meghan and their team. It was amazing. And so they landed to this incredible performance. And so, yeah, very, very exciting. And Meghan wearing one of the gifts that she got. I think this was a gift that she got from the when they had the reception for the military families, because the colors are the same, and so it looked like one of those gifts that she had. And I love the skirt, and she's wearing it with a white shirt, and I love that pattern. So yeah. And so I'm like, air peace. We'll get to peace in a second, but Air Peace, they traveled on Air Peace, and I love it. Air Peace is all up in the action, which is the airplane. Air Peace posted, it's like, we were elated to have on board earlier today the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, as well as their entourage. The royal couple were received in Lagos by top-tier military officials, Air Peace chairman Dr. Alan Onyema, and other government delegates. I'm telling you, they really that's why those on Shutter Island are like, that's not a royal tour. You shouldn't be doing that to them for them. Because again, they have really treated Harry and Meghan as visiting dignitaries, as they should, as as head of state. This is head of state treatment that they got. And so Air Peace is like excited about it. They also posted about the dance and all of that stuff. But and then they hashtag Harry and Meghan, hashtag Harry and Meghan in Nigeria, hashtag royally approved. And hashtag better deal with Air Peace. So they're all up in this. I love it. The airline is like, let me get some, free advertising. Harry and Meghan flew an airplane. I'd never heard of Air Peace before, but hey, if I ever get to Nigeria, I'll be checking out Air Peace just for that. So good on them. So very, very Paula says, thanks, Nigeria, for another amazing day. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. So, what else? I mean, look at these two. Would you look at these two? The second photo, Harry is feeling himself like, I look fine. Look at them. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm totally feeling that skirt too. I was like, oh, that is amazing. Well, actually, it's not a skirt. It's a wrap. And I think she had to, you wrap it around and then you tie it in place or something. But it is beautiful. I'm like, oof. And Meghan looks good in those colors. Like, Meghan, you should wear those colors more. Get away from the whites and the beige for a second and wear those more. So very, very beautiful. So, and again, her and Harry are totally like coordinating. So yeah. I actually was thinking the same thing. Leslie Ann says, well, I love the way she spelled my name. So many people spell my name this way. Or sometimes it's Pebble. They do the BB instead of the DD. So which is fine. I could be a pedal. Says, do you think a lot of other countries will be inviting them to visit after this? I was thinking that. I was thinking Kenya. I'm like, Kenya should invite them because Kenya wants to be at the Invictus Games, because a couple of government officials from Kenya were at the last Invictus Games. A lady and I think a guy, but definitely, I don't remember her name, but she even said that Meghan will come. She'll be working with Meghan on, I think, period insecurity in Kenya. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kenya, because again, Kenya wants to be a part of the Invictus Games. So that would be the least shocking thing. And other countries would be stupid not to invite them. I'm telling you, look at all the press these people get, for doing private engagement. Hey, I would invite them. So there. And many others are like kicking themselves like, they should have been representing us. But hey, I think exactly that. So yeah. Tasha says, Nigeria has never worked this hard for any of the UK royals. The UK royal rats are angry. They are banned by Harry. LOL. I know. They'll be angry and salty for the rest of the year. You just know it. You just know it. Fatimata says King Charles and Queen Camilla didn't receive this much pampering when they were on their state visiting Kenya a few months back. No, they didn't. I mean, they got the regular, but nothing like this. I'm telling you, this is just Nigeria is I mean, oh my goodness, is on a whole other level. I mean, I don't know whether Charles has done a state visit to Nigeria or not, because I honestly don't care. I know I didn't even look. I knew Princess Diana did, and that was good enough for me, because if you've noticed, all the presents that Harry ever gets are either with the queen or his mom. Nobody ever gives him anything related to Charles. So I don't think they care very much. Neither do I. So there. But what else? Let's jump to our next slide. So then Harry and Meghan went to this organization that it's so wild that you just never know what people do. And but the chairman for the Toronto Rafters, he started this foundation, or this group, this like basketball camp in Nigeria. And they are, and it's really cool, because some of the kids are, they are in wheelchairs, and it's like, oh wow, I didn't even realize. I'd never heard of it until now. So it's called Giants of Africa. And so Meghan, even they had a point where Harry and Meghan spoke to all the people that were there. And so Meghan was like, I lived in Toronto for I think 7 years, she says, and she had gone to many of the games, and I think that was probably the first time she had heard of Giants of Africa. But never in her wildest dreams would she thought that she would be in Nigeria and be part of it. And so Afro Ballers posted about it. It says Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Toronto Raptors chairman Masai Ujiri are at Ilupeju Junior Grammar School for the Big Dreams basketball camp. Masai Ujiri commended the royal couple for inspiring young kids in Africa through sports. And so not only they aspiring young kids, but I think Archwell is also a part of it. I think they are funding some of it, and they are funding it so that they expand the program. And so it is really great. I mean, apart from working and helping to fund the Gianco, which is the David Oyelowo's foundation that they were at a couple of days ago, they're also funding this with these kids. And so it's really wonderful. And these pictures, they're a little blurry because I got them from video that Afroball was posted to Harry and the team they were about to play. And Harry was being coached and high-fiving and doing all of that stuff with the kids. So they were really, and so these are actually a little bit better, better photos. The Cable posted it. Says Harry and Meghan attended the exhibition basketball game match at Lagos School. And so these are some of their very beautiful photos. That's of Meghan, Harry, yeah, and the kids. And so really, really, really awesome. And a lot of these, you can find all of these stuff I'm talking about. You can find them on Archwell. They posted about them, and this is when Harry and Meghan were addressing the kids and the audience there. And so they basically obviously closed down all around it. So actually one reporter was saying that he had never seen this much, like, because security was so tight, and so he was covering it, but he said like it was locked down, man, for obvious reasons. Says Prince Harry in Lagos, Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan in Ilupeju, Lagos, pledged commitment to grooming basketball talents in Africa through the Giants of Africa project. The couple promised to build more basketball courts across Nigeria. So not only funding the program, but they're going to be building more basketball courts. And we know, I mean, they are so into that because they work in the US building playgrounds for kids. And so they are, I mean, they just, I mean, that show up and just do good is just so much about who they are. And it was great to see the whole Archwell Foundation team there because they're all part of this stuff. This is what they do. So it is just, it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to see. These are just some more photos of Harry. And there is if you go on Archwell, there is, and please go and check out they have a ton of photos, beautiful photos. Especially had this incredible photo of Harry with this basketball, but there's a basketball photo there with tons of these basketball in the air as they were throwing it, and whoever captured that photo of the year for that person. I mean, beautiful. So check out all the Archwell. Actually, you could just go on sussex.com and you'll see a list of all of the things and all of the engagements that they did, and the write-up for it. It is just absolutely amazing. These are some of them. This one, it's from Global. One, I think it's one of our squatties, says, you can't begin to understand the impact of Prince Harry and Meghan's uplifting young children in wheelchairs, advocating for the wounded, amputee veterans and soldiers, and highlighting the Invictus community. This is huge in Nigeria as disability is still a taboo for some. And as you can see, some of the kids there, they have the kids who, with no amputations and stuff. And then you have these kids who they on like a wheelchair basketball team. And it is amazing. You can see Harry talking to one of the kids there who is in a wheelchair. And it is so important for them. And especially for those kids to say, watch the Invictus games and to see like, wow, it's not just us. There are people with, wheelchairs that are doing amazing things. And it's so amazing for Harry and Meghan to just, be there advocating for them. And as you can see, some of them at the bottom photos is at the Invictus games. They were all in Dusseldorf last year. So it's just so powerful because again, the stigma is really high in Nigeria and many really many countries. And so Invictus is just, I mean, doing such a great job in helping to eradicate that stigma. And if they could get that from young, where they can feel like, they don't have to go through life feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't. This is amazing. So yeah, so really, really, really powerful. And this is some more photos of them with the kids with the wheelchair. So yeah, very, very cool. And they just had a really, I mean, they just had a really, really, really great time. So yeah. And this is Meghan. And for our fashion squatties, Selwa, she's actually a squatty, and this is what she said about it. I'm just gonna let this. It says, "OMG, Meghan wearing African traditional attire that was gifted to her yesterday. She looks stunning." Yes. Yes, so I think this was definitely one of the things that she got from the veterans reception that they were there. So this is a little bit of a close up of the wrap skirt that she was wearing. So this is for our fashion squatties. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat before I move on with this. So Beverly says, once a royal, always a royal, even though you're not a working royal, which is it's like, how do you call these people working? They're not working. They're not doing anything. So that whole working royal nonsense need to go out, because again, it's just like Harry and Meghan are the working royals, yet they're not I mean, craziness. It goes. She goes on to say, the young people can identify themselves with Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan all over the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are very inspirational people. Yes. Let's see. Now says, oh, she's talking to Rhonda. They're not going to get the same reception, so let them keep dreaming on. Oh, I'm assuming the others on Shutter Island going to Nigeria would not get the same reception. No, they wouldn't. Nah, they wouldn't. Let's see. Little Love says, yes, that would be nice if all African nations could participate. I'm assuming you mean could participate, but realistically, the smaller, poorer nation probably won't be able to send a team to the Invictus Games. Very true. Or the great thing about Invictus is, and we've talked about it before, how it's like Harry's dream is Invictus, and he, putting it together and whatever, but it's weird, it's wild when other people catch that dream. When he is able to impart his vision into other teams, they grab hold of it and make it their own, i.e. Germany last year in Dusseldorf. They had the games. I mean, they had, the military in Germany. Well, whatever they're doing now with Israel, we're not going to talk about that now, but they just didn't have a great standing in terms of public opinion and all of those things. The game did such a tremendous service to them in reshaping people's view of them that now Germany is having their own games. They're gonna every year they're gonna have an Invictus Games in Germany that is apart from the big games for the international games. And it's the same thing. I think you have the continent of Africa. Nigeria is so excited about this that there's no reason why Nigeria, even if they can't come to the big international games yet, but they could be the center for smaller games, because that's the thing with Invictus. It's not just the big games, the international games. You can take that and make it what you want to fit your, environment, your society, whatever. And so again, Germany is doing it. So even if, maybe they may not be able to have the funding to go to the international games. You never know. Nigeria is so excited about this. They just might be able to be like, oh, let's do something every year so that we can have African nations coming to us. Maybe it's a little cheaper to come to us than it is to go to the big one. Who knows? But I don't see why that couldn't happen. So yeah. And maybe they can get funding elsewhere, do fundraisers like they do for every other thing. So yeah, you never know with these things. It just have someone to catch the vision. And Nigeria right now has caught the vision. Their defense department has caught it. Their government has caught the vision. And so yeah, people are excited to help to erase the stigma, because again, that stuff just raises society, And these men and women who are in the military, they come back with so much skills that you just need. And so, yeah, it just can but help. So let's see what else is happening. What else I got to share, talk about. Then after they went to this hanging out with the kids, they went off to see the governor and Governor Sanwo Olu. So Nefemi Oguntoye posted this, and these are reporters in Nigeria. It says, we have agreed that Meghan's route is Yoruba land. Governor Sanwo welcomes Prince Harry and Meghan to Lagos, says their rehabilitation effort for the wounded soldiers is laudable. So again, people in the government are very excited about, the work that Harry and Meghan, especially to Invictus Games, are doing and supporting the injured and wounded. So Meghan and Harry called on him. They had seemed to have a wonderful time. I mean, Meghan in yellow. She arrived just in the yellow outfit, and then she got the shawl, which I love that color too. It sort of went with the outfit so well. I'm like, look at this. And these are them meeting. And so again, these are from videos, so they're a little bit faded, but I chose to post stuff from our reporters that were there. It says, Justin, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, His Royal Highness Prince Harry And Meghan Markle arrived in Lagos House Marina on courtesy visit to the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Baba Dijwe Sanowo Olu. Okay, hopefully I said that right. And so this is them greeting outside, and these are just better photos better photos of Meghan looking amazing, Harry greeting him, and that's him in the white, and Meghan obviously greeting him. And another outlet posted, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Royal Highness Prince Harry and Meghan arrive in Lagos, in Lagos House Marina on courtesy visit to the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Let's make that a little bit bigger so I can read it better. And he puts his handle, his ex handle, says this visit is mainly to promote the Invictus Games. Founded in 2014 by Prince Harry, the Invictus Games is aiming to help currently serving members of the military as well as veterans in overcoming their physical or mental illness or injury, which eventually helps them develop a sense of belonging and increase self-esteem. So I'm just grateful for all of these journalists and stuff who are out there. And again, most of the reporting have been coming from Nigerian journalists. And I mean, look at this dress. Look at the back of the dress. How regal is that at the bottom picture? It is just amazing how beautiful that she looks in this dress. And this is more of them there. This is they again, more gifts presenting Harry and Meghan, more gifts, and obviously you see the governor of Lagos is plaque in the back there. And it's again, I'm telling you, Harry and Meghan have so many gifts. They like, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Nigeria and collect some gifts. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful to see. And this photo, I mean, can I just say can we just talk about how regal this photo is? I mean, look at Meghan. Queening. Totally queening sitting there. It is just like, OMG. So Leslie Ann says they must have had different colors to match whatever she was wearing. I guess so, because this green, this olive green, just looked beautiful on the yellow. I mean, it's just regal. This is like African queen sitting there. It is just gorgeous. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Veronica has some more information about the sash. She says Meghan is wearing an Iboran. Did I say that right, Veronica? Iboran shoulder sash made of aso oak fabric with the yellow dress. I may not have pronounced that, so give me a phonetics for that. But so there you go. Thank you, Veronica. That is the sash that she's wearing, and it's absolutely, absolutely stunning. And I guess this is the governor's wife that's sitting there. I wish I knew her names. I don't know. She is wearing the pink version of that sash. So I guess they must have had a bunch of different colors. And yeah. And of course, Teslin says, excellent posture. I know, she has amazing posture. Now I need to sit up because I slouch. So I definitely need to sit up. But I mean, how amazing is that? She just looks like queen. This is like, girl. Ooh, Shutter Island is like, no, she can't do that. She's not a queen. Olivia says, Meghan is simply absolutely beautiful and stunning. That she is. My goodness. And so after the sit down and the sit down, they talked about mental health. As you can see, Governor Sanwo Olu, while addressing the press on Prince Harry and Meghan's visit, said their work on mental health issues concerning military is laudable. And so again, it's the same thing, but this is the press conference they had after they had the meeting and the sit down, and so they came out and then addressed the press. And this is all of them. I mean, how colorful is the photo at the bottom? I love it. I stole this from Tina's X page. I was like, ooh, this is a better photo than I had at the top there. So let's I stole it from her. So yes, amazing. And I'm telling you, we're just someone was just mentioning this before that Meghan is branded a princess. But look at this. And I mean, I would have known nothing about this. Thank you, squatties, for posting this stuff so we would know. Because here is Meghan, and I'm telling you, the sashes and subs totally upgraded her yellow dress, which was already beautiful, but now it's just on another level. I mean, this is amazing. So thank you. She comment from X or Global Prince that posted these, and other squatties, Nigerian squatties, were posting about it as well, because us who are not from Nigeria or from Africa really wouldn't have known. And so he or she, I don't know, yeah, she commented, I'm assuming it's a she, posted this information about what is going on in this photo. It says the kings with Princess Meghan are His Eminence Eng Eberishukwu Oji Oze of ancient Arachukwu Kingdom. Next is Igwe Alfred Ishibe, the Obi of Onitsha. Last not least is the great Olu of Wari Kingdom. This is supreme love. Princess Meghan must be overwhelmed with love. And then she goes on to post, do you all understand what's going on here? And I was like, no, I had no idea what's going on. And she says, oh my, 3 kings. So these three men are 3 kings. 3 kings left their powerful kingdoms to come to Lagos to honor and bestow royalty upon Meghan. She is now a princess in Nigeria in her own rights. Adamazu Omu of Arakuchwu, ancient kingdom. There are levels to this. I was like, oh my goodness. This is, I mean, these 3, wherever in Nigeria their kingdoms are, they left it to come to Lagos just to bestow this honor on Meghan. And I'm like, you look at Meghan in the picture on the right, she looks so overwhelmed. I was just like, I mean, what do you do with that? That is amazing that they would leave and come and give this to her. I'm like, this is like welcoming home. So she continues, says the king bestowed a new royal title on her, thus making her a senior royal. Those in Shutter Island that just fell over their chairs or bed or just, spit out whatever it is they were drinking. Making her a senior royal, princess of Arukshwu ancient kingdom, in her own individual rights. Hence why Prince Harry is not in this picture. Her new royal titles are denoted on her royal sash. Adimazu Omu of Arachukwu. I think it's Arachukwu. Okay. Adamazi Omu of Arachukwu. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And you can see Adamazi Omu. It's all on the sash there. And that's her new title. And she's a senior royal in Nigeria. And it's, again, those are Shutter Island are like, no, only we have senior royals. No. I just love it. I love it. And Nigerian squatties, maybe you could give me a phonetics on how to properly say their names. I don't want to be disrespectful in any way. But yeah, it's like amazing that they would leave their kingdom to come to Lagos to do this. And apparently they never do this stuff. They would never do that. And it's just that they all showed up for her to welcome her home. And it's just like, man, this is just, I mean, how do you prepare for this? I don't know how anybody prepares for this. I just, and again, Meghan looks so overwhelmed. It almost looked like she's in tears. I mean, it's just, it's amazing. Oh my goodness. And it's so beautiful to see because, again, from the horror of Shutter Island and again, go where you're respected, go where you're honored, go where your humanity is cherished and you are welcomed and loved. And I mean, how do you walk away from this not feeling like, you know what, I could conquer the world because I am loved, I am cherished, I am honored. I mean, it's not me, and I feel the honor all the way in New York. You know, it is just, oh my goodness. Veronica Jane is like, I'm about to tear up again. This is so powerful. The Three Kings making her Nigerian princess. I know, right? I know. Because every time we have to hear the nonsense from those horrible bullies on Shutter Island about take their titles away, take their titles away. It's like, take the stupid title already. Meghan doesn't need your title. She's got title in Nigeria. She doesn't need yours. It is amazing. It is from her people who love and cherish her. Look at this love. Look at this homecoming that she received. They have to know how those in Shutter Island treated her. This is how you treat and value someone. And it's like, I almost want to cry because it's kind of like, oh, if you're a squatty and you were there the whole time that they have been abusing Meghan for years, and as squatties, we were like fighting for her and fighting to protect her and her name and all of those stuff, to see her be loved and treated with the respect and the care. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is what we prayed for. It is so beautiful. That's why I'm like, Nigeria, I'm telling you, you are absolutely amazing. Olivia's like, I'm sitting here crying. I think we're all like, oh, it's so beautiful. Cynthia said, Cynthia says, I'll always say Harry plus Meghan is Diana 2.0. It's like Meghan is a double portion of Diana's spirit. I know, right? I know. So, oh my goodness. It just, it is. Leslie Ann says her mom must be crying nonstop. I mean, we don't even know Meghan that way. I've never met her and I feel emotional about it. Imagine, if it was my daughter, I'd be bawling my eyes out, because finally you meet men and women who love your daughter. Just because, so it's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Hi, John. John says, when I saw that, I became so emotional, as if it was my own daughter. And I think we all feel that way, like Meghan is our daughter or a sister or auntie or however you view her. But to see her finally, people who just love her and welcome her, and people who have the power and the stature and the titles and all of those things, and they are not nasty and mean-spirited, but love. And it's just, Tina, I'm sure Tina's bawling. She's probably gone through all the boxes of Kleenex wherever she is. So yeah, Miss B Talk says it's so amazing. God blesses Harry and Meghan. So happy for them. This trip has just highlighted their global impact across the world, and it's amazing that everyone else sees it. But those who should have seen it, everyone else can see it. So let's see. New video out with Harry kissing Meghan. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen it, so I can't wait. I cannot wait until I get to X to see it, and I will post it so you can see Harry kissing Meghan. Carmen says Barron was tearing up on his podcast also. I mean, you can't help. You just can't help it to see someone be loved, and it's just like, that's all you want. That you just love and respect and cherish me is what we would want. So why wouldn't you want that for somebody else? And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And thank you, Nigeria, for giving that to us. I think we all needed this. Forget about Meghan for a second. I think every squatty needed it. Just like if it was us and not just Meghan, it was us. So yeah, I think all of us needed this. And of course, squatties will place the dress. This is our dress, our baby dress, or Archie's first birthday dress. And I mean, look at how this dress is, leave it to squatties, we will find it. So Marcia says, OMG, I'm a weeping mess. He sees how they love her in a foreign country, and his own country and his own people chose not to. I mean, I can only imagine how much that pains Harry's heart, because he really, really, I mean, his thing was like he saw how people just fell in love with her, and he really, really thought his own people would accept her and love her and cherish her like he does. And how painful it is. And I'm sure, and I'm just thinking for myself, how much pain it would hurt, how much it would hurt me if I have a partner that I love and is loved by everyone, and I bring them home to my own people, and my own people not only reject them, but abuse them and kick them out and do the things to Meghan as his people have done. How much pain that must be, And it's just like, gosh. I can't imagine. But how amazing too it must feel for him to finally know that Meghan have a people, yes, in America we love her. She's here. She's from here. We just love her no matter what. But to know, like, to see her just be welcome and loved, and they just grabbed her and embraced her with every ounce of their being. How amazing that, and embrace him too, and it's just like, I'm telling you, that's why Harry loved Black people, because he always feels love. We love him. He's just one of us. He's one of us. So, Black Queen, our awesome moderator, thank you so much. This Black Petal can look for it and show us how pretty, please. I don't have. Wait, what? Petal can look for it and show us now. Pretty please, I don't have. I'm not sure. Oh, you mean the video? Oh, I'm not an X right now, and sometimes because my computer, to download something from X, is I need to do it on my phone. And yeah, this laptop is a little bit different, because to download it, I have an app on my phone to do it, and then I have to transfer it. It's a bigger mess. So as soon as I'm done, I will absolutely put a link on in our community page, and you can see him kissing her forever. I promise that it'll be the first thing I will do, is get that kissing video. So there. I promise that's what I'll do. So, or if one of you guys have X, you want to take a photo and or if you have X, you can jump on there, put a link in our chat and do that. So if anyone has X open, get the link from X and put it in the chat so our squatties can run off and see Harry and Meghan kissing. I know, we are so bad. Black Queen, what have you done? Oh my gosh, I love it. Vanzola says, full circle moment with that dress. I know, right? Full circle. I love it. I mean, how beautiful is that dress? And thank you, Miss An, for showing us the color version, because when we originally saw the baby version, the baby pregnancy version, it was black and white. And then when that whole thing with Kate Middleton and her fake photo, and they were attacking Miss An put out the color photo, then that's how we found out that the dress was yellow. It's like, oh, that's beautiful too. So there you go. So yeah. TBTB says, now Princess Meghan is now representing Nigeria as a senior royal for their kingdom. Whoa. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah. And so after that, they went off to was their final engagement on the quote unquote tour. That's not really a tour, but this was their final engagement. So Meghan kept the style, but went back to her beige. I was like, Meghan, color, but that's okay. That's okay. She kept the style, and they look amazing. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at the glasses. Look at. I'm telling you, these two should be in like James Bond or something. I absolutely love. They have got the polo look down to a T. I mean, look at this. How beautiful is this? Absolutely stunning. And so the polo teams was the Duke and the Duchess, and there were little kids playing. And you can see the little kids. These are the little polo players. And so the Duchess, the team that was the Duchess team, they won, and they beat the Duke's team 5-3. So Meghan beat Harry. And I'm just like, oh, how cute. How totally adorable. So her, as you can see, the fabric on her dress. I mean, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So even though it's back to beige, but it's more like a gold and goldy kind of color. And so I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I just, so, and if you look at on the backdrop of there, you can see it's also the polo match was also sponsored by Invictus Games. And it was a charity event. They were raising funds for Team Nigeria. So this is what this event was about. So again, they were doing, and it's so funny. You can see Misson right in the back of them. There are a lot of photos from Nigeria. Oh my goodness, the Nigerian photographers took some amazing photos of Harry and Meghan, and you could in quite a few of them you see Misson right in the back of them. I'm telling you, Misson must be so happy he's in Nigeria doing his thing. Absolutely amazing. So oh goodness, this is amazing. I'm so full. But I'm telling you, guys, our Nigerian squatties are talk about Harry and Meghan amazing. Our Nigerian squatties are beyond amazing. I mean, first of all, they all showed up on the first day with these outfits, the gold and black. Where I was saying that David walked up to them and immediately recognized, it's like, wait a minute, those are Invictus colors. And all of them, there were like about, I don't know, 10, 12 of them. I don't know. But they were all sitting together. So it was, I mean, look at the different fashion, look at the different styles. It is amazing. So reading the post, it says prepping takeaway packs in celebration of 10 years of the Invictus Games. What they were doing was they cooked all of these food to feed about 100 special needs kids. They have all of these containers filled with food. They had all of these waters and all of this stuff. The whole time they were there and taking photos of Meghan and all of that stuff, it was about donating to the community. It was, I mean, look at all in the small photo. These are all food and drinks and stuff like that. Tons of food. And you can see one of the squatties holding the container with the yellow tops in the hand. And Sussex Squad Podcast, who I actually think was also in Nigeria as part of this group. She says both in Lagos and Abuja will be feeding 100 people in each location as a welcome to Nigeria in honor of Harry and Meghan. Today in Abuja, we are feeding 100 special needs children. Welcome to Nigeria. And again, the whole car full of food to feed special needs kids. And you can see the picture on the right, and the squatty with the big gold head wrap. That's our Peace. Peace, who's been on this podcast quite a few times. That's her. She so funny. I'm gonna have her come on and tell us about her crazy traveling adventures again. I'm gonna let her tell the story, because I was like, when she told me, I'm like, again? This happened again? So I'm gonna let her come on and share with us her crazy adventure of getting to Nigeria. And so she's there. And so Sussex Squad Podcast posts, show up and do good. That is what Sussex Squad is all about. Inspired by Harry and Meghan in Nigeria. At the bottom, it says, at the end of a successful At the end of a successful cheering and support of our faves, we finished the day off by donating children's play toys and accessories, books, clothes, and monetary donation in honor of Harry and Meghan to an orphanage here in Abuja. So all of this food, all of this stuff they have wrapped up there, they donated it. It is absolutely amazing. And when they were at the game where Harry and Meghan were playing, where at least Harry was playing the volleyball, sitting volleyball, they had this, they put up this big sign on the fences, "Welcome to Nigeria." I mean, these Nigerian squatties are amazing. I'm just like, I can't believe they went and did all of this stuff. It's amazing. And not only that, again, we talked about Meghan with our squatties. Well, there is Meghan right in the middle. She saw them and came over, and there she is with the squatties. There she is with her arm around one of them. There's Peace in the background there. And then there's the big photo here. This is her and Peace having a conversation. Peace gave her a book that she wrote about sickle cell and talked to Meghan about maybe Archwell, not maybe, but ask her if Archwell can advocate for sickle cell. And she also gave her the outfit, like one of that they are wearing. You can see Meghan is holding it. So that's Meghan holding Peace's hand right there and having a conversation with Peace. And not only that, Peace is mentioned in this People article. It says at the end of the match, Harry was surrounded by players and their families, and Meghan walked over to join a group photo with the teams. And as the impromptu photo opportunity concluded, Meghan was warmly embraced by a crowd of women eager to show their appreciation. Many of them were wearing dresses made from the same black, white, and gold fabric, and they handed some to the Duchess. "We are friends and family supporters of Harry and Meghan," Peace Auditoro 57 tells People. "They are a beautiful couple and we love them so much. We support them 100%. And so there is our Peace hanging out with Meghan, and she ended up in People magazine. And I read, I think of some other magazine that they quoted her as well. She talked this, I think it might have been like Hello or one of those, I don't remember. But yeah, so when Peace gets back, we're gonna have this conversation. I'll bring her on, and Peace can tell us all about her adventure with Meghan and Harry in Nigeria. And also one of the photographers who were doing a lot of photos and videos of Harry and was hanging out with Misan. He is the one that filmed the video of Peacemaker for our Spotlight. The Spotlight video that we have, he's the one that filmed it with Peacemaker for me. And so he is, I'm going to be doing a Spotlight on him as well. And so he's going to tell us his adventure because he's been traveling around with Harry and Meghan. So I told him we need all of the details, all of the juicy deets. So he's going to give us all the juicy deets he got. And so, and I'll try to get from Peacemaker all the juicy deets he has as well. So I'm telling you, our Nigerian squatties had the time of their lives, not just hanging out with Harry and Meghan, but they, doing amazing work. And talk about service is universal. I'm telling you, Nigerian squatties have called me higher in so many ways. I'm like, I am floored. I am absolutely floored. So this whole thing has been so inspiring that I'm like, man, I'm just like, it's amazing. So yeah, so I'm going to stay in the chat. I think that's all I got. It's a lot, I know. Let me see. I think that's all I got. Wait. Oh, there's more. There's more of our Nigerian squatties. Our Nigerian. So Lily posted, this is more stuff that they did. Sussex Squad showing up and showing out. Thanks to all who donated. It was greatly appreciated. And it says Sussex Squad podcast. Oh my gosh. I forgot to. I guess this symbol is in Nigeria. See, I am not first on currency and their symbols. So Nigerian squatties, can you tell me what that N is before the million? What you say? What you call it? Um, Today in Lagos, Sussex Squad donated 1 million, I'm assuming Nigerian dollars, I'm not sure, clothes, toys, food, etc. to Halal or orphanage in honor of Harry and Meghan's visit to the great state of Lagos. Later this week, we will be feeding 100 people in need. Again, I'm like, and there's the big check that they're presenting to the orphanage. I'm like, this is... I am speechless. I am speechless. This is our Nigerian squatties. I bow down. I'm like, it just, that's why I'm so full. I'm reading this and it's just amazing. It is absolutely amazing that the things that they do, the things that they did. Hildy said, Sausage Squad podcast is Tina's bitch. Yeah, Sausage Squad pod is Tina and Michelle's podcast. If you're on X, they're on X. They had a podcast. They don't do it anymore. Actually, did they do one during this? I would be surprised if they didn't. I didn't check, and I was a little bit busy, so I didn't check. So they may have done a podcast just specifically for this, because they don't do their podcast anymore. They're the ones that inspired me to do this podcast. Tina is the one that literally walked me through how to set up a channel here on YouTube. She sat with me for like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, something like hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, and walked me through everything that I need to know about setting up a YouTube channel, and she's been amazing. So I thank her so much. And I'm telling you, Nigerian people, y'all are amazing. You are absolutely, absolutely amazing. Sharon S. says, copyright that fabric and make tote bags for charity. Hey, that's a good point. Maybe send it off to Tina. Let her know. Copyright it, or they're business. Tina's a business person, so I'm sure she knows that. So yeah. Let's see. I'm going to stay in here because I think that's all I got. I know it's been that's a mouthful of things. Let's see. Vanzola says yes, they did it. It was called Space. Oh, so they did a Spaces. Okay, great. Because I would have been shocked if she hadn't done something about it. So I hadn't checked because I was running around. So yeah. Andrea says you live in India. I cried seeing Meghan and the Three Kings on Instagram. It was awesome, powerful, and extremely emotional to me. Yeah, I would love to hear, because I saw Meghan obviously with the mic, so she was giving her remarks, and I would love to hear what she said, and and also too what the Three Kings said and how they said it. It is just amazing. It's so funny putting this podcast together, and I was like, what do I choose from? There's so much. And it's just like, I felt overwhelmed because it's like, wow. So I can only imagine how Harry and Meghan feel. It's just absolutely amazing. Ruth says, I agree with Tyler Perry. If you can't have what Harry and Meghan have, I don't want it at all. Yes, he said that. They have a kind of love that, and you could tell, you can see it. They're just two people who love each other and just want to do good. So yeah. Let's see. This is how do you say Sikai? Hello. This is an interesting take. She says, by the way, the UK monarchy, she's talking to Black Queen, by the way, the UK monarchy knows who Meghan is and her true identity, and that's why there's much opposition in the monarchy regarding managed marriage. Read Esther, you see similarities. Very interesting. That's a different take I never thought of. Very, very interesting. Sharon S. says, yep, the U.S. squad will have to bring it in D.C. I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness. We got our work cut out for us. Nigeria has put all of us to shame. We have our work cut out. My goodness. Talk about an incredible example to follow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you see like Peace, and I think Tina was there as well, even though I mean I don't see her picture, but in the picture, but I think she was there as well. But that I mean Peace she flew there from the UK, and she got there and was part of all of this, and it was just amazing that they did that. So yeah. Meghan and Harry definitely have people who love them and honor them. They don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Ivali says, "Hi, Petal. Thank you, Nigerians, to receive Harry and Meghan so beautiful with open arms. Thanks to give them so much love. God is good." I know, right? I'm telling you, just walk into that and you just feel hugged and loved. Amazing. Let's see. What else is there? Just gonna scroll down for a bit. Rhonda says, "We cannot match their energy. Nigerian squatties showed out." Well, we better. We better try to match it. But I'm telling you, they have energy for days, man. You're right. They are the standard, and everybody else has to catch up. They are definitely the standard. It's amazing. So yeah. Um Yalibi is like, calling me, they're all in the emergency room as we speak. What are you talking about? Those on Shutter Island? Most likely. Most likely. They're still talking about Harry's statement like 5 days ago. Like, people, move on, move on. So yes. Let's see. Let's scroll up. I'm just scrolling up a bit. Lydia's like, "Whoa, which one are you saying whoa about, Lizzie?" Lydia? I'm not sure. I'm just catching up to your whoa right now. Let's see. Yalibi is so inspired. She's like, "Yeah, Nash, tomorrow I'm wearing one of my African dress to work for sure. I'm so proud to be Black and African." Maybe I'll do that. One of my friends gave me, I don't know which country in Africa it's from. She just gave me like a top and a wrap, I think, for my head. And maybe I'll do that too. Hey, I'll join you, Yalibi. Yeah, I'll do that and walk around in a wrap tomorrow. Very interesting. Huh. I feel Nigerian. Let's see. Little Mac says, "Elizabeth Schooners, I think everyone is crying with joy. I love what Nigerian squad did to celebrate Harry and Meghan. I mean, I would never forget that. That is, I mean, they are, oh my goodness. That is just so amazing. Absolutely amazing." Cookies and Cream says, "The royal family and their racist minion disrespect Meghan and her kids on the world stage. Dirty Charles did not give Archie and Lily their title, didn't want to give Archie and Lily their titles. He allowed the kids to be racially abused." Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And scroll up to see if there's anything else. A little Max said, "Oh, we are. Oh, with all that's going on, I kind of forgot about the jam for a minute." Liverna says, "Liverna is so true. When Meghan sent Chrissy Teigen and Kris Jenner her jam, someone said that they have 60 million followers, more than the residents in the UK. That blew my mind. Actually, I said that right here on this podcast. Yes, that yeah, their Instagram totals. I think Kris Jenner has like 30 something million, and Chrissy has about 20 something million, something like that, close to 60,000. And yeah, the UK have about 50 something million people. So yeah, only two of Meghan's friends can reach more people than is in the entire UK. So there you go. There you go. So let's see what else. Let's scroll down for a bit and see. I think that's it, actually. I think that is it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff. I will post all of those things that I said in our community page that I missed. A lot of videos. There are a lot more photos, a whole lot more photos. So, yeah, Cho says, sit around the royal family studio crowing. If reconciliation is not mid will never happen. The situation is dreadful coming from, I guess, the UK. I mean, they're going to be crying about reconciliation forever. It's just like, look, we are moved on. Harry and Meghan move on. Meghan is just newly crowned. She don't need them at all. At all, at all. So yeah. But this is very interesting. Marcia says 3 kings came for Meghan, but 1 king couldn't show up for his son. You know what, that man. But Harry's Diana showed up for her son. Diana and her family showed up for her son. That is the important thing. So yes. Let's see. Anything else before I go? Tazia says, I'm happy the world didn't believe the slander and smears the British royal family and media tried to frame on Harry and Meghan. God is definitely protecting them. Yes, and he's given them Sussex squad to love and fight for them. So there you go. There you go. Lydia says, this has been so wonderful. It has. It has. So we just wish them, and I wish them a safe flight back, all them, their entire team, and their entourage that came with them. I wish everyone a safe flight back to wherever part of the world they're going off to. And, wish our faves a safe flight back to their babies. So who I'm sure Harry, I don't know where Harry gets the energy, but Harry, he got into the UK on Tuesday and he has been going every single day since. And so, dude, go home and rest. Lord willing, get you and Meghan home safely to your kids and get some rest. So I'm sure he needs it. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you to our awesome moderators, Lydia, Trish. Wait, did I say Church Nelly? I didn't say Church Nelly today. Hey, Church Nelly, wherever you are. Karen M. Cookies and Cream Black Queen. Thank you all so much for amazing moderating, keeping our space nice and safe. Thank you to all of our 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis. To all of you who donate and purchase super stickers, super thanks, all of the things, and or donate via PayPal and Cash App. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate all of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I guess I shall see you all tomorrow. We'll have a chat tomorrow. So there you go. Have a great time. And I promise I will post Harry's kissing video right now the minute I get off. All right. Have a great time, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.